Kuna wakati kwa mfano usiku, sawa, kuanzia saa 3, saa 5, wakiwa wengi basi wanakuwa kama wanacheza, sawa.
Yaani vyovyote vile watachezea, hata chochote kile ambacho wanahisi wao kinaliwa ni lazima wakivamie. Kwa mfano kama ukiweka mpunga, unaweza ukashangaa unafungua labda kwenye kile kifaa ulichowekea unakuta pumba tu amemenya ule mpunga amemenya, unaweza kusema kama umpeleka mashineni kukoboa.
Yaani unaweza ukaweka dawa pale, unaweza ukakuta umekufa ukajua limeisha, ukakaa wakazuka tena. Sasa unafikiri tutafanyaje? Ndio tunawategemea wenzetu mtusaidie kwenye hilo.
Usilale bila nguo, ukilala vibaya na kutafuna sana 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 katika majumba yetu. Tunaombeni kama kuna uwezekanika wa kuangamiza panya, basi tuangamize 100%. Hata kama sio 100, basi iwe 99.
Kilombero, Tanzania. A rural community nestled within a vast floodplain at the base of the Udzungwa mountain range. Miles of marshy farmland cultivate maize and rice, the primary produce that supports those living within the valley. However, it is not only humans who enjoy the fruits of Kilombero's rich soil. Amongst the shadows of the brush, an adversary lies in wait. And as day turns to night, they emerge. A tidal scourge of rats gnawing through crops, possessions and flesh. However, on board these rodents lies a more pernicious affliction.
Wanakata kweli mpaka misipa yote imeonekana nje. Niliugua mwaka mzima. Nipinde ngata panya na mimba ya mwezi mmoja mpaka najifungua, mpaka mtoto anatembea, mpaka anakuwa mkubwa. Kuumwa tu mimi.
In fact, over 50 rat-borne infections have been identified as transmissible to humans, a myriad of which may reside in Kilombero. A team of researchers have been deployed to combat the rat problem and investigate one particular disease that is likely crippling Kilombero's residents. Leading the expedition, Mujabu. Young, determined, and skilled in the art of rat wrangling.
It is very hard to eliminate a rat. First, they are very clever. It's a small animal. In the landscape of the environment, it's very hard.
Mujabu is on the hunt for a certain pathogen, known as Leptospira.
Leptospira can be carried and transmitted to human by various animals. But the rodents are the main reservoir host.
Leptospirosis, or Weil's disease, is a blood infection caused by the bacterium Leptospira. It is estimated that leptospirosis is the cause of over 55,000 deaths per year.
The symptoms of leptospira are exactly the symptoms, or they look like the symptoms of malaria. The person can get fever or headache.
Locating leptospirosis within Kilombero is the first step in the fight to protect its residents. This hunt requires Mujabu and her crew to obtain live samples. And the first tool in her arsenal? The Sherman trap.
The Sherman trap is the box, so the captured rodent is alive until the day we go to collect it. They're helping me a lot. They know their environment very well. For example, if you ask them, where can I get rat? They'll say, okay, go over there, you get rats. Go over there, you get rats. We are looking for the places that has houses nearby, the place which have shed, the vegetation around, and then you set your trap.
The traps are set, and as night falls upon the valley, Mujabu can only hope for success.
This is the first see, nothing.
It's morning, and Majabu begins a meticulous sweep of the Sherman trap set last night. With the help of her recruits, she scours rice fields, derelict buildings, and acres of dense shrubbery. But so far, no rats.
Nothing again.
And then, a catch.
Oh, there is something big inside, but it's not rodent. You can tell from the sound of it. Sometimes when you set traps, we are expecting to get rodent, but instead we get snails. Kwa hiyo kwake ndo wa kwanza. Kwake wa kwanza. So the first indication that there is something inside is first you will find all of the door are closed. So to see if it's a rat or other animals, then first you shake it to see. If it will be a rat, then it will like try to move or whatever. And if you're not so sure, maybe it's not moving, maybe it's dead or whatever, then you try to open it a little bit. Yep, it is a rat.
With rodents posing a serious threat to agricultural success, some locals have devised their own defense strategies.
Kwa majina anaitwa Selemani Shaibu Mbulu, ni mkulima wa kilimo cha umwagiliaji Mkula. Leo hii nataka nionyeshe njia ya asili ya kuwanasa panya waharibifu mashambani. Funga isirudi ndani wakati panya amekwea juu. Kwa hiyo tunachukua ndoo na kuiweka eneo la tukio kama. Kwa hiyo mtego wetu tukishauandaa kama hivi, ni kwamba nataka niwaelezee namna ipi ambayo tutawanasa panya wakati mtego ukiwa tayari kama hivi. Ni kwamba tumeshaunganisha kamba yetu, katikati kuna mwindi. Hizi pumba tumeweka kwa ajili ya kuwavuta sehemu ambazo wako. Hizi pumba zinanukia sana, lakini wakishafika hapa kila hizi pumba, kaida ya panya wana kaida ya kugombania kama atakuwa zaidi ya mmoja. Kwa hivyo wakati wanakuwa kwenye hii kamba kufuata huu mwindi tumetoboa kati tundu ambalo itafanya huu mwindi ufanyaje? Uzunguke. Kwa hiyo wakati wanagombania huu mwindi lazima watateleza na kutumbukia ndani ya shimo hili la ndoo. Tukishatega mtego wetu namna hii, ni kwamba muda wote wanaweza wakaja, either sasa hivi au jioni, lakini kimsingi tunapofika kesho asubuhi tutakuja kukagua tuone kwamba umefanyaje kazi. Ni asubuhi nyingine tena, tunaendelea kufuatilia mtego wetu tuone namna ipi inaweza wakanasa panya wale waharibifu. Panya alikuja karibu na amenasa kama ambavyo mnamuona hapa. Ngoja tuangalie kama kuna mwingine yeyote ndani ya mtego ili tuweze kumtoa. Yes. Naona leo alipita kwenye mtego na akanasa. Na huyu ni wa pili ndani ya mtego wetu.
All the traps have been checked, and the next step in the search for leptospirosis requires dissection of the animals. Obtaining fresh samples is paramount, so the process must take place in the field. Majabu and her team must improvise, often using town halls and outdoor areas as temporary working environments.
Sometimes we may go to the village and find no laboratory, so we have to set our own laboratory like this.
The live rat is placed in halothene. Moments later, it is dead. The rat is scrubbed for ectoparasites, such as fleas and mites. Then the dissection begins. This clinical process is not a pleasant watch. However, it is a necessary step in monitoring the diseases these rodents carry.
The cyst found on the liver is an indication that rat carry diseases. Sometimes if you are careless enough, you may get infection, especially when you are working in an endemic place. Yep. Then you have to be extra careful. Spleen.
Majabu skillfully removes the animal's liver, lungs, kidney, spleen and heart.
At the beginning, when I was starting dissecting, I felt very bad. But now I'm kind of using to it. Yeah, but I feel bad when I encounter a pregnant rat. You know, they have baby inside. Yep, so that I feel bad, but I'm used to it.
The samples are transported 200 miles for screening.
Leptospira is seen like this. Is the spiral, they are active. Always they are in motion. Yes. Well, this sample is positive because I can see the Leptospira under the microscope.
It is confirmed. Leptospirosis resides within Kilombero. So what now? To win a war against Leptospira, you must target its primary carrier. Local methods show some success, but are uncoordinated and so ultimately ineffective.
If I control it in my house, and then your house you did not control, your rodent will come from, I'm controlling, then you don't control, your rodent will come from your house to my house.
The solution? Intensive, community-wide trapping.
We're using the snap trap. Yeah. And we put the snap trap inside the houses. And also, it is not us who we are doing that. It is the community.
Hundreds of traps are distributed amongst the locals. And with a little training, Majabu hopes a large-scale, systematic cull will curb rodent numbers.
The best thing about community control is all of the households working together to reduce the rodent problem.
It's easy to associate science with lab coats and test tubes, but sometimes it's the direct approach that makes the most impact.
Ulimbana?
Bibi, unaona hiki? Nini sasa wana vitu vya ajabu ndani unaviona unavichukua vinahusu? Hizi vile nitaka kukutoa vidole.
Nilimpiga nani?
Nilimpiga moja kaanguka ndani, kakuta mimi nimetega pale kwa hizo la kuku. Kashika. Bibi, mimi nikupa.
You know, the people from Kilombero, they are so good.
Asante.
Yeah. Okay. They are kind, they are natural.
Through blood and toil, Majabu has won the hearts of Kilombero. But the time has come to pass the torch.
I feel very good to teach people, especially the locals, on new skills. The trapping process is going to be a continuing because we distributed the trap to the people, so they will continue doing it.
Kilombero's fate rests with its people.
Now it is their job. We have done our best.
But Majabu will be missed.